enough for me. I watch the skies all day. Night is where I find you and peace of mind. My days are filled with praise. That's why I truly give you what you need. Because you love me for me. The runs all through you. I can't help myself. Cause you can find my weakest spot. But let a woman to breathe and sleep there too. That's why I'll always be with you. Yes, I'm funny like a cloud, but I'll never die. As long as you're enough for me, I watch the skies all day. Night is where I find you and peace I find. My days are filled with praise. That's why I truly give you what you need. Because you love me for me. The rise all through you. I can't help myself. Cause you can find my weakest spot. But let a woman to breathe and sleep there too. That's why I'll always be with you. Yes, I'm funny like a cloud, but I'm never. That's Wincy from Backyard Bag. He be killing that song. That's a Raphael Sadiq song, for those that don't know. Yeah. And he performed that with Raphael. Let me see if I can find it. At the 930 Club. They were on stage hitting that joint together. Let me find that joint.
Have you heard about pop-on siding? You know what? Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. You see what's up? Be not be in the building. I'm coming home to you.
Go-go style. He flipped it. He got the blessing and hit that joint. And for real, he's singing it better than the original. That was a alley-oop right there. That's his signature. That's his signature song right there. Wincy, the best go-go singer out there right now. I ain't even gonna lie. Male wise. Yeah. Raphael Sadiq done sold millions of records. He gotta get that record up. That's Wincy's song now. Yeah. 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 Raphael gave the blessing. Oh man. That was live in DC at the 930 Club some years back. Yes, sir. Raphael Sadiq was gigging during the show, and he brought back y'all up there to hit that joint. Yes, sir. Oh man. That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Yeah. Want to be a part of it? Yeah, that was hard right there. That was straight hard. Yes, sir.
Streets Task Force, not the DC Metro. Look.
Look at Kid play and Tisha Campbell. 30 years later. We all getting old.
Mass shooting early yesterday was linked to domestic violence.
The gunman killed 8 children. Investigators say 7 of those killed were the gunman's children. A 9th child escaped by jumping from the roof of the house. Police say the gunman also wounded his wife and another woman, as NPR's Matt Bloom reports.
That's crazy. Authorities say the 31-year-old gunman carried out the attacks in at least 2 separate homes. One of the adults who was wounded was the mother of the suspect's children. Local leaders reacted with shock. Shreveport Councilwoman Tabitha Taylor
this bastard killed his own kids.
To reporters.
I don't know.
And was trying to kill the last one.
In the crevices of
the kid jumped off the roof.
To want to harm.
Come on, man.
Another human being.
His own kid.
Of children.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Quote, maybe the worst tragic situation.
And right here in Virginia, our lieutenant governor,
into the suspect's
former,
is ongoing.
Justin Fairfax, or Jason Fairfax, killed his wife. At least he ain't killed his kids, but come on, man, just leave. Damn. Motherfucker scared of child support? Them your kids. Come on, man. I get it though. Child support don't care nothing about how much money you gotta pay, because they looking at you made these kids irresponsibly and you couldn't afford them. So now the state take care of your children with health care and woo-de-woo, whatever else. Food, gotta take care of the mother because you didn't do it and you're not doing it. So therefore they want their money back from you. You know what I'm saying? So, I know a young man going through something right now, and I keep telling him, don't let 10 years catch you, because you the money and you the earner in your marriage, and therefore, if 10 years catch you, she gonna go run down there and get you for alimony and child support. So she trying to get it as a package. I'm trying to school him, but he won't act on it. So I'm like, all right, bro, you want to be hard-headed and I don't know if you feel like you don't know what to do, then say that. And then I can assist you, because I did it, and you know what I'm saying, as far as, getting a divorce. So, but you're going to pay child support. You're not going to get around that. He got 2 kids by a previous marriage, and he got 3 or 4 with the current wife, So, yeah, bro, you going to pay. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, is it worth taking all the kids out and the mother as well, because she put you on child support? Or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Look. But I can see and kind of sympathize how men spaz out, because every dime you earn until them kids turn 18 is going to the courts as they take the money that you earn. So unless you figure out how to get a job, getting paid under the table, any job you get, they gonna take it, unless you in the street. And if you're in the street, they gonna go ahead and get at you by you going to jail or you going to the grave. So pick your poison. But if you're responsible, ain't none of this gotta go down. Put them 2 jimmies on. Everybody laugh at me when I say to put 2 rubbers on when you having sex. Everybody in the world, man, you ain't gonna be able to feel it. Look, everything is mental. It's the act that you're in when you're having sex. You gonna feel every other emotion, and you're gonna feel that vagina on your penis. So I don't know what talking about which you ain't gonna feel. You are gonna feel it because they that thin. But they that thin where it'll break. So if you put two on, what's the highly likelihood that two rubbers will break? And you need to periodically check to see if that top one has broken. You put another one on. I'm giving y'all some game. It is what it is. Or you gonna be out here with 50 lamb babies that you gotta pay for, and this what's gonna happen. You gonna want to kill them kids or kill the mother, but your punk ass won't kill yourself. But Lieutenant Governor Fairfax did. He took himself out as well as his wife, which ain't good at all. But this a dude with money. But he couldn't stand the fact of losing everything that he worked hard for. It is what it is. You need to know the partner that you getting involved with. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a hustle now for women to get with prominent men or men that can go get money, and they put them in a certain lifestyle and then wake up one day, I don't want to be here and I want to move on, and you gonna pay for my lifestyle, you gonna pay for them kids. This, I think that was the plan all the time. So how do you try to curb that? Because nothing is 100%. How do you curb that? Well, let me tell you, have high expectations, meaning set a bar. Whatever you doing in life, whatever you can bring far as benefits to a relationship, your partner have to be that. It's simple as that. It is what it is. So let me build on that. I'm married. I'm happily married. I've been married 2 times, both beautiful women, accomplished women, and uh, I chose wisely and very strategic. I just simply had a conversation and I said, look, if you know me, I'm a man that take care of his family. I love my family. I take care of my family now. So come around me and my family, and you see how I take care of my mother, and I'm the oldest of my siblings. I take care of everybody. I put myself on the back burner of a lot of luxuries because I took care of my family with my dough when I started getting money, legal money. Well, I always got legal money, but I was about 26 when I consider me making some real money, a salary. You feel me? So, you know, my son never had a babysitter outside of the family. Whatever the daycare was going to charge, I gave that to my mother, and then I doubled it at some point to pay my mother for her time, because when I got off work from grinding long hours, 7 days, 6 days a week, she would tell me go home and go rest. You know what I'm saying? And she said, you ain't been out in a minute. Once you go out, it's not good to just work, 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 work and not wind down. So that's where I got you know, where I done heard this quote many a times, but one of my bosses used to quote that. She said, I work hard and I play hard. You know what I'm saying? So it need to be at an even kill. One can't be more than the other. You know what I'm saying? So that means you can't exceed your lifestyle. Meaning It's stupid to go buy 3, 4 cars and then you gotta pay insurance, high insurance, and car notes on all these cars. You know what I'm saying? But I know guys that do that because they getting money, but you living at work. You know, you living at work. Meaning, what that mean is you come home, you visit home, and you living at work. You come home to lay down for a minute, take a shower. You might eat dinner. You kiss the kids, kiss the wife, might have some sex, and then you back to work. And you there probably all night, 16 hours. And this is daily because you paying for a lifestyle that you really can't afford. You know what I'm saying? You extending yourself. You really have no life. So I tell people, I work hard, I play hard, and it's a must that I have a lifestyle outside of work where I go enjoy life, the fruits of my labor. So anything that will hinder that, I don't need it. Matter of fact, I don't want it. And one thing about growing up poor, in my opinion, and not having nothing, it's gonna do 2 things. It's gonna make you go hard and do whatever to get whatever because you feel like you deserve it and you missed out as a child. So you gonna go hard and you gonna get into anything and everything to get what you want out of life, which is materials. And or you gonna be like, well, like myself. And I was taught to think like this. I can't miss nothing I never had. But what I do have, I want to enjoy it to the fullest. And anything worth having is worth working for. Therefore, nobody can take it from you. You feel me? Life is depicted as it's a quick thing. I beg to differ. Make everything a slow burn. Not really slow, but not fast, but in the middle. Go at a pace. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you're in a car, you ain't gotta go fast. You ain't gotta go over the speed limit, but you can't go under the speed limit. You gotta go at a pace. You feel me? Because if you don't, you're gonna run red lights. The tickets, it's cameras everywhere flashing you. So you're gonna have 50, 11 tickets that you're gonna have to pay. So it's to your advantage to move at a pace. You gotta drive the speed limit, but not exceed it. Because you're gonna get tickets. You're gonna run red lights, and trust me, from experience, you're gonna get tired of paying tickets. And after you pay bills and your little spending money left over, go to tickets, you gonna get tired of that. So therefore, you want to be disciplined and stop getting tickets because you got to pay it. Because they'll take your license. And if you can't have a license, for some people, you can't work. And then that messes with your credit because the credit, I mean, when you don't pay tickets, it's reported to the credit bureau. So if your job depends on your credit situation, that's not helping you either. And if you somebody that got a great credit score, it's gonna come down if you don't pay your tickets. I'm telling you what I know and what I learned over the years. So I'm just saying, bro. You know, I know I just jump lanes and I do that as I'm talking, but I'm just saying what I and let me. I'm gonna try to remember what I was talking about. I just was talking about child support and stuff. So choosing your mate I'm just gonna say reciprocation, okay? I remember my grandmother, and I've told this story before, and my audience really enjoyed me, giving gems, and I thank you guys for listening. But my grandmother used to say when I was like a teenager, you know, her thing was you can't bring nobody in her house if you didn't have a job or if you didn't have a car. You come in her house talking about this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, and she was like, oh, really? So what qualifies you to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Do you have a job? Do you have a car? And if that's no, no, she said you're not qualified to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You're not responsible enough to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. So don't come in my house thinking you growner than me in my house. This is what my grandmother used to say to all her kids, all her grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, Grandma, crazy. It's a bet, right? And but she was dead ass. So when I did have girlfriends coming to see me, I tell them, you're my friend. Do not say you my girlfriend, or you gonna get the business from my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And one, two, three girlfriends. How you doing, Miss Chambliss? Well, my grandmother name was Miss Woodline. How you doing, Miss Woodline? I'm David, girlfriend. Say you what? So she give her the business, and then I gotta hear that. So that's your girlfriend, cause she just said you her boyfriend. I was like, oh, here we go, and I just be laughing, and I don't say nothing. I let her cook. But the moral of the story was she was trying to teach discipline. She felt like if I was hard on you, then you ain't gonna be out here making 50, 11 babies as a man. And as a woman, you're not gonna be out here making 50, 11 babies because you loose or whatever. I'm building structure in you. So if you wanted to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend so bad that you got disciplined and went and got a job in high school, saved your money and bought yourself a car, to her, you was grown at that point. You earned the right to have a girlfriend at the end of the day. And not just that, your girlfriend or your boyfriend had to have a job and a car. She was like, okay, where's her car and do she have a job? Where's his car and do he have a job? You don't be nobody fool. You don't let nobody use you. And I'm like, what you talking about? Why she gotta have a car or a job? Because if your car break down, she need to come and get you. Like you riding her around. So when y'all go out, you treat them for the movies and dinner, Back then, what was it? What was popping back then? Chesapeake House or Sizzler, you know what I'm saying? Hogates. That's where we used to hit up, Uno's in Georgetown. I never been to Houston's. The famous Houston's, I never been to Houston's, right? So that's where the ballers and folks with money used to dine at in Georgetown. Rayford Edmond was a staple at that spot. So those of y'all don't know who Rayford Edmond is, do your homework. But yeah, Rayford Edmond used to have dinner with uh management of the police force. And they used to tell him hey, we coming to get you, bro. So you might want to get out of town or get your affairs and orders. And he would tell them to order what you want. Order the steak dinner. He said, that's what I'm having. Have you a nice tomahawk steak. Tomahawk steak is 150, and that's by itself with no sides with it. A la carte. Everything called singly or individually. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's how he was moving. You know what I'm saying? And and that sudden heart attack, he's supposed to had somebody hit him with some fentanyl, allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. So he didn't die from no heart attack. He was in good shape. He took care of his body. You know what I'm saying? So the last people that saw him, somebody slipped him something and he drank something, or probably poked him with a needle, which don't take much of fentanyl, and he had a heart attack just like that. You know what I'm saying? And the man never had no kind of record in jail, far as we know, of heart issues. You feel me? So I just wanted to put that out there. And let me backtrack. I was saying that our soldier that got shot down in Iran, I was referencing Black Hawk Down, the movie where the soldier got shot down and ran for his life till the end of the movie, and uh, they rescued him at the end. It was his training and conditioning that saved him because they had a hunter, a sniper, hunting him. That was a movie called Behind Enemy Lines with Orlin Wilson or Orlin went on. Hold on, Owen Wilson, I think. Owen Wilson, who has a brother, something Wilson, and his brother was in Old School. He been in a lot of movies, but that's the movie I know him from. He got dark hair, and Owen Wilson has blonde hair with that nose. He got like a funny shaped nose. But yeah, y'all do your research on that movie. That was Behind Enemy Lines. Cause I've been talking about Black Hawk Down, and I finally re-seen it again, and I done seen it a few times. But I ain't seen it in some years. So I had the name wrong. Black Hawk Down is good, but I was talking and referencing behind enemy lines. I see why our military make our soldiers go through elite training because it'll save their life. So back to what my grandmother was giving gems about. She was like, if your car break down, she need to come get you. And you the only one treating for dinner. When y'all go out for a dinner and a movie, you the only one spending your money. She don't treat you. She don't show you how much she appreciates you. You know what I'm saying? And for a young lady, if she got a car and you dating a dude that don't have a car, you know what I'm saying? You know, if your car break down, he need to come get you. He's the Uber. Cause you will be for him. You know what I'm saying? So if he ain't got a job, so you taking him out, you spending all your money on him, and he don't do nothing for you. So it was just simple structure and gems that she was giving us for us to think reciprocation. Nothing should be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call marriage a union. That means everything is brought together and shared. No man should be taking care of no woman, and no woman should be taking care of no man. You both should be taking care of each other. Now let's build on that. Women will say, It's your job as a man to take care of me. Okay, now, okay, let's build on that. I watched my grandfathers take care of my grandmothers back in the day. Okay, as a child growing up. But guess what? My grandmothers didn't work. They were home taking care of the house, the kids. They cooked, they cleaned, while my grandfather was out working, bringing the money home. He took care of her at 100% because her job was at home. So he went out and made the money. Okay? And he gave her money for herself. Baby, go buy yourself some pretty dresses, some shoes, some purses. You know what I'm saying? That's why he took care of her at 100%, because she didn't work. So let's speed it up to modern day time. Women have education, great jobs. So how dare you keep talking about it's your job to take care of me? No, 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 them days over. Unless you're not working. And if your husband, boyfriend, or whoever, if they okay with you not working, then yeah, he's supposed to take care of you. So that's how that go. But I'm very offended when I hear women say, oh, my money is my money and his money is my money. Like the fuck? And he letting you get away with that? You got you a sucker. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm talking about regular dudes now. Your guy a baller and he going for that. He's spoiling you. Okay, oh well, do your thing. But I'm talking about regular dudes like myself. I work for mine. Therefore, you know, if I gotta get up and work, unless you're ill, unless you're sick, unless you have a handicap, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta get up and go to work. I wouldn't even have a woman that will say, uh, I don't want to do nothing. You make enough money. You can take care of us. If I'm not on board with that, that's a no-go. Because what are you going to be doing with your time? Watching my fucking housewives and all that old shit? No, not on my watch. And even if you didn't work for somebody, you're going to start your own business. You're going to do something. Because if I did that, what am I? A bum, right? So what do that make you? So more of the story is whatever benefits you bring into the table, it need to be reciprocated. Bottom line, you know, because I'm going to tell you why I feel like that, other than the fact that I was taught that. I feel like that because when you don't have a high expectation of your mate and you don't, if you don't demand that they move the way you move and they just sitting around enjoying the ride, I feel like, and I done seen it. I done seen it. Guys get women that is beautiful, and because they beautiful, they do next to nothing. But as soon as your resources is depleted, you lose your job or you going through a rough time and shit, they face all scrunched up and on some, I didn't sign up for this shit, you know. Then you ask them, hey, until I get back on my feet, I need you to pitch in and pay some bills. And they like, what? You know, and let's flip it. A woman doing her thing, got it going on. You don't get no dude that does nothing. Cause he all buff and chiseled up, a pretty boy. You know, you don't sit around and let him do nothing. Watch you work hard. Everybody got to bring their benefits to the table. And that's bottom line. You feel me? And we build together. Nothing is one-sided. It is what it is. Unless you on baller level, you got money, and y'all figure out, okay, boom, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You do this, and I do that. But if you're a regular Joe and you getting up every morning going to get it, you know what I'm saying? You know, it should be reciprocated. It is what it is. The minute you let somebody do less and not have a high expectation of your role or whatever that you need to be doing, that person that does less, they're going to be quick to go, and they're not going to respect the fact that you're working hard every day and they doing the bare minimum. The two partners that's putting in the work and investing in the relationship, they not leaving. They not going nowhere because they don't invest it too much. Whatever issues you're going through, whatever rough patch you're going through, you can figure it out and get through it. That's what a lot of us do. But that person that does the less and the minimum, oh, they hitting the road. They hitting the road. Don't lose your job. Don't lose your job, and the quality of life that you allowing that person that does the minimum does. I mean, if the quality of life of the person that does the minimum that changes because of your hard work, sweat, and tears, like you break your arm or you lose your job or you break your leg and you can't go to your job and earn your money. And even if you got a savings, but you got to tighten up the belt, you know what I'm saying? So we can't go out eating every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because that's how I give it up. That's how me and my wife give it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out on one day out the weekend. I go out the whole weekend. That's how I do it. Because I work hard, so I play hard. And that's what I like to do. You feel me? But that person that does the bare minimum, let that change. Oh, man, we can't go out but once a month. Or a woman saying to her dude, baby, we can't go out but once a month. You know what I'm saying? I've been laid off. We got to tighten the belt, and I need you to pitch in more. And my fellow like, what? For what? You been doing it all this time. Oh, I can't go to the gym because I gotta get a job. That's what I see a lame ninja doing or saying. You know what I'm saying? Or a lame chick. What you mean I gotta go get a job? You mean like don't set yourself up like that. And whoever get this game I'm giving, you won't be okay. But the jokers that don't get it, you gonna wish you did get it. Because people giving you the information and talking to you, but sometimes you gotta walk in that that downfall yourself for you to really grasp it and understand it. You feel me? So good luck to you. Good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we grown now. We mature now. We can't be doing and making the same mistakes. And we gotta arm our younger brothers and sisters on the wickedness that's out here. It's a hustle to get pregnant by a prominent man, and therefore this lady don't have to work. Or you got men preying on women that got good jobs and marrying them, so therefore they can utilize their benefits as their husband. And they ain't did nothing to earn nothing. You feel me? You know, don't set yourself up like that. It is what it is. So I'm like, you know, I'm just putting it out there to everybody. Protect yourself. Protect your money. Don't make everybody your family just because they need to earn that. They need to show you, hey, a husband and a wife mature. Simple as that. I ain't here just for a minute. I'm here for the long term. And they need to show you that. They need to prove themselves. As you need to prove yourself to them. Like, look, this is what I do. This how I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys gotta be on the same page and reciprocate. Do things gotta be right and exact, and y'all gotta talk about it. Everybody's situation is different, but the goal gotta be the same. Simple as that. Or it's gonna bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Any woman that get with me, they already know I'm a socialite. I work hard, I play hard. I like to be traveling. I'm at all events. I'm at activities. And you need to be ready to roll like that. And to move like that, your paper gotta be right. Cause when we step out, we gotta look good. Cause I like taking pictures. I like to freeze the moment and document that timeline that I'm having up front so I can sponge and remember the moment that we just had or we want to partake in. You feel me? That's how I give it up. So if you're not on that page, no knock to you, but you're not ready to be on the same page that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? If you somebody that like to be home, you a homebody, you want to binge watch Housewives and whatever shows you watch, then you're definitely not the person for me. Cause I don't do that. I hate to be bored. If it ain't 2 feet of snow out there, I hate keeping still too long. I like to be on the go. If I ain't working, I'm out somewhere enjoying life. Before I get the call, hey, God trying to get you to come on home. So get yourself ready, get your affairs in order, and woo, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that you can't negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when I'm gonna get that call. And I'm middle aged now. So therefore I don't have time to waste. So, you know, So instead of meeting nowadays and going through the motion, we need to talk to each other more and really put how we feel, what we thinking, and our expectations on the line. Now, somebody can talk a good game and then do something else. You know what I'm saying? So nothing is perfect, but you call people out on a bullshit when they moving funny. Hey, you signed up for this, but you doing that. What's up? You got a change of heart? You having a change of heart? Is that what we doing? You know, because, I'm not on this time, but you agreed to be on this time. So at the end of the day, you gotta control the narrative. And if the narrative change with somebody else and they not on board what they signed up for, look, you can't make nobody love you. It is what it is. Either they gonna be down or they not. Let they ass go. There's always trains coming for you to get on. It is what it is. Now, having expectation, you know, a lot of people not gonna meet their expectation, but It's your job to be patient. And okay, until that person come, you can have fun, have friends, and woo, woo, woo. But you don't get the benefits of being wife, not wifey, but wife. And then until you find that person, you don't get the benefit of being a husband. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You my friend, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? For instance, if you ask me for money, you gotta pay it back if I'm your friend. That's how we moving now. It is what it is. My wife don't have to pay me nothing back. My wife ain't gotta ask because I'm gonna hold her down, and she gonna hold me down. But if you're a friend, you know. Now, just another thing, men and women, mainly the men, don't be easily to be taken to bed. A woman might be trying to target you because they see you doing your thing. Oh, I'm gonna get in them pockets. All I gotta do is give him some, and you know, yeah, let him do what he need to do to me, and now I'm gonna lock him down. You know, and locking you down is to get her pregnant. But even if you don't get her pregnant, the fact that she laid down with you, she feel like she's obligated for you to do whatever she wants you to do. You don't never put yourself in that position. So how you can curb that? If you guys have an encounter, you don't go months and years, and you need to find out, okay, where all this leading to. You trying to be my girl because you giving me your loving, and obviously you like what I'm doing to you, or what we sharing. So what's going on from here? Are we friends with benefits, or you trying to be my girl? Now, if you don't fit the criteria and you're not on the page, or if you're not with the program of what I just said to you, who I am, then you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be, you know, allowing you to love on me or vice versa. Because every time you lay down with somebody, your spirit connect, feelings evolve and become, people can care for you and love you whether they admit it or not. Because you're connecting when you share intimacy. It's not good to keep sleeping with somebody if they don't intend to be your wife or your husband. Now, if you really just, hey, I'm a friend and we that's what we doing, and you both agree on it, that's something different. But don't just go along and just think it's all good, because with a lot of women and men, when they lay down and sleep with you, you're their man. And women, a man lay down with you, you're their girl. So you need to understand and make it known what we're doing. Don't just leave it as a conversation that's not talked about. And then you want to go out with the fellas and you meet a little shorty and they look on your timeline or whatever, and you all hugged up, and then you getting calls like, what are you doing? You're like, what you mean what I'm doing? I'm out. Oh, you cheating on me? Like, what you mean am I cheating on you? When we become a couple, oh, you forgot? Every night you laying down with me and we not a couple. So see, I'm telling you, that's a trap, an emotional trap. Or it might be a plot. That's why we need to communicate what we're doing and how we're doing it. And a lot of times you can communicate that and it'll change. It'll change. I know for a woman, I've been in them kind of situations that, hey, we friends and we hanging out. And then once intimacy start getting involved, I love you and, you my guy and you know. So why you here every night? If you want to be talking to other girls, or a man can be coming off at you like that, like how you out messing with everybody, and then you here with me every night. So we need to really communicate on what we doing and have clarity of what we doing, and both parties need to be on the same page. Now, if you want this and somebody else want that, and you can't come to a mediation, then leave each other alone. It's not working because I'm not trying to be with this, or this not working because you're not trying to do this or be this. So we can be friends. We can still go out and hang out, but I'm not going to share no intimacy with you no more because that's what's really emotionally connecting us. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. And you need to be on the quest to find who you really want to share your love with and your emotions with. Who you want to lay down with and wake up to. Them days of wasting time. Look, let me tell y'all something. I just hope somebody getting this. A lot of my failed relationships over the years is because I'm gonna credit that to we wasn't compatible. Anybody know me, they know I've been a party man since forever. I like to get fresh and I like to go out and I like to have a good time. So when I would meet ladies and we get in relationships or try to go down that road, if the relationship failed and got curved, it's because now I don't remember each detail, but I'm sure, matter of fact, I know these ladies wasn't socialites. That's what I'm trying to say. They were more homebodies, and they only went out because I wanted to go out. So at some point, they start saying, "Go ahead on out. Go ahead by yourself with the fellas," and that's not cool because what am I with you for? If you can't go out and have a great time with me, what am I with you for? And you telling me go with my friends, that's the wrong thing to do. Because we used to rag on guys that was married and they out with us. What are you out for, dog? When you're not going to get numbers, you ain't going to party, you ain't going to dance, you ain't going to go out to eat. And, when we go out to eat, we got we got company. Whoever we meet, we all as a crew go out together and go eat. That's how we end our night. So if you're not going to do that, why is you out? So after a while, you get tired of going out by yourself and you supposed to be in a relationship. Cause one of them nights, you ain't going home. You're gonna be sipping or whatever you do, you smoke, whatever. You're gonna be getting your party on and you're gonna be feeling good. You're gonna be liking the atmosphere that you're around, and you're gonna forget you married and you ain't going home until you wake up in the morning from wherever you at and be like, oh shit. That's how it's gonna go down. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Don't set yourself up like that. Hello?
going to get lunch.
All right, all right. I'm getting ready to lay down because I gotta be leaving here 2:30. All right. Yeah. So yeah. I hope I gave some game to somebody. I done gave y'all 2 hours today because I didn't give you nothing last week. So I had to come out the gate strong today. And, I hope somebody learn something from this video. And, you know, I'm just saying, man, I done lived a lot of life in 56 years. And I wasn't somebody that was on the porch. I was out. I was out in the world having a good time, enjoying life, the right way, as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't out here hurting nobody. I was looking for the fun. As a single man, I dated a lot of women in the city of DMV, and I enjoyed every encounter and relationship. All the people that I made friends with along the way, from jobs, from school, and you know, people I done met at different venues and events. And you know, I'm like, my journey is awesome. And I ain't finished. But I've done a lot. So I feel I know what I'm talking about as I speak to you. So you may disagree, but it's in your best interest to take notes and move wisely as I give you some gems on what kept me from out of jail, from getting killed, from what kept me from having 100 babies, being in these bullshit relationships. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I know what I'm talking about because when I look around, I see a lot of people that regret where they at now. And sometimes you just ain't got nobody to talk to you to direct you. That's it. But thank God, I had influential people that talked to me. And then this another thing. Back in the 70s, me growing up, we listened. We was taught to listen. These kids, man, they don't want you telling them nothing for the most part. Not all of them. They want to do their own thing. Even as young adults, when you learn to listen as a child, you'll learn to listen as a teenager, and you'll learn to listen as a young adult in your 20s. So if you're listening to elders and listening to great advice or good advice that somebody want to talk to you about, if you take the time to listen, you're going to be all right. I did, and I turned out all right because I listened. Even when somebody was like, man, you told me that already. Yeah, but young blood, I want to tell you again so you can get it, so it can stick. You know what I'm saying? I could just give you the information. I could just give you information. If you don't want to use it, you gonna wish you had. This big day, I'm signing off. That's all I got for y'all today. Hey, happy birthday to me. Y'all ain't say happy birthday. And with my gifts, man. Look, I'm tired of everybody that say they love me, that say they care about me. You ain't never got no gifts for me. I'm calling people out now. You know what I'm saying? Birthdays, Christmas, don't show up. And this for family and friends. Don't just show up and you empty handed and then think I supposed to be giving shit. I'm going to bring the energy that you bring me. Whatever that is and whatever that look like. Just understand that. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect nothing from kids and babies, but grown ass adults, yeah. Stop playing with your boy. I'm going to end it like that.